नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। अध्याय 15 श्लोक 16। द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते। We have to look into the Bhashya. Kautau Purushau, from there it. Kautau Purushau Ityaha Swayameva Bhagavan Ksharaha Sarvani Bhutani Samastam Vikarajatam Ityarthaha Kutasthaha Kutaha Rashihi Ivasthitaha Athava Kutaha Maya Vanchana Jimhata Kutilata Iti Paryayaha Aneka Mayadi Prakarena Sthitaha Kutasthaha Samsara Bijanantyat Naksharati Iti Aksharaha Uchyate. There are two Purushas. Dvavimo Purushau Loke Ksharascha Evacha. So one is called Ksharaha Purushaha, another is Aksharaha Purushaha. We should remember Purusha is used in a different sense here. Purusha does not mean Atma. Both these Purushas are Anatma only. Neither of these two Purushas are Atma. Then why they are called Purusha? Because they function as Upadhi of Purusha. Being the Upadhis of the Purusha, in a secondary sense, they are called Purusha. Kautau Purushau. Who are these two Purushas? Iti Swayameva Bhagavan Aha. Bhagavan Swayameva. Bhagavan himself explains these two Purushas. We need not look into dictionary. We won't get anything in the dictionary also. Purusha. if you look in dictionary, you will not get what is the meaning of these two Purushas. That is why Bhagavan himself has to say. So don't look elsewhere. Bhagavan himself gives the meaning of these two Purushas. Swayameva aha. So first he explains Kshara Purusha. Ksharaha sarvani bhutani. Sarvani bhutani means samastam vikarajatam ityartha. Vikarajatam. Vikara means karya, effect. Vikarajatam, the group of effects, the multitude of effects, which consists of name and form. Samastam, entire multitude of effects, means all that comes into being during Srishti, all that manifests during Srishti is called Vikar. It emerges from the Maya. All that is called Ksharaha, Ksharaha Purushaha. So, all names and forms are collectively called Ksharaha Purusha. Then, what is Akshara Purusha? Akshara Purusha is Kutasthaha. Kutasthaha Aksharaha Uchyate. Bhashyakara explains the word Kutastha. Kutaha means Rashihi, a heap. Rashihi ivasthitaha. The Kuta, Kutasthaha. Kutaha ivasthitaha Kutasthaha. One who is present like a Kuta, like a heap, is called Kutastha. Here Kutastha refers to Maya, the Avyakrita. Avyakrita is like a Rashi, like a heap, because all the Namarupas are heaped together in the Avyakrita in a potential form. Maya is a collection of all Namarupas. In that sense, it is like a Rashi. Therefore, it can be called Kutastha. We should remember here the word Kutastha is also used in a different sense, not in the sense of the Atma. Even Atma is called Kutastha. There Kutastha means different. Athava. So this is one way of understanding the word Kutastha. See, Kutastha refers to Maya. But how can you relate the word Kutastha to Maya? Bhashyakara relates in two ways. One way is Kutaha ivasthitaha Kutasthaha. It is like a Rashi, Kuta. Therefore, it can be called Kutastha. Athava, or else, Kutaha is equal to Maya. Kutaha is Maya. Here, Maya is used in another sense. Maya means deceit, Vanchana. Bhashyakara explains the meaning of Maya. In order to explain the meaning of Maya, Bhashyakara gives three synonyms. Vanchana, deceit. Jimhata. Jimhata also means deceit. Kutilata, crookedness. So Jimhata can be understood as untruthfulness. Slight differences are there in meaning, but generally we can call them synonyms. So Vanchana, deceit, Jimhata, untruthfulness, Kutilata, crookedness. Iti paryaya. All these are paryaya. Kutaha, Maya, Vanchana, Jimhata, Kutilata. All these are paryayas. More or less, they convey the same meaning. So, Kutaha is equal to Maya. Kutaha is equal to deceit. Now, the Avyakrita is called Kutasthaha. Why? Kutarupena sthitaha Kutastha. One who is present as Kuta. One who is Kuta in nature. One who is deceit in nature is called Kutastha. Aneka mayadi prakarena sthitaha Kutastha. Aneka mayadi prakarena. One who is present as many Maya, etc. Maya Adi. Adi refers to Vanchana, etc. That which is present as many Maya, etc. Many deceit, etc. It is called Kutastha. So, Kuta prakarena sthitaha Kutastha. So, the Avyakrita is deceitful. Why it is deceitful? Because it hides the true nature of Brahman and presents the Mithya universe in various forms. That is why Aneka, it presents the same Brahman in many ways, in the form of many Namarupas. Therefore, it is called Kutastha. So, the first interpretation is Kutaha ivasthitaha Kutastha. It is like a collection, like a heap, like a mound. Therefore, it is called Kutastha. Meaning, it is the collection of all the Namarupas in their potential form. Another meaning of Kutastha is Kuta Rupena or Kuta Prakarena Sthitaha Kutastha. That which is present in the form of Kuta, deceit, deception. Because Maya is responsible for hiding the true nature of Brahman and presenting the same Brahman in various forms, in the form of Jiva, in the form of Ishvara. The same Brahman is presented and it is done by Maya. Therefore, it is called Kutastha. Either ways, the word Kutastha is applicable to Maya, Avyakrita. Yeah. Now, Bhashyakara explains how can you call this Kutastha as Akshara? How the word Akshara is applicable to Maya. Then Bhashyakara says, Samsara Bijanantyat Naksharati iti Aksharaha Uchyate. Aksharaha Naksharati iti Aksharaha. Naksharati. It is not destroyed. It does not perish. Therefore, it is called Akshara. No, does Maya not perish? It is not. Maya is perishable. Maya is not eternal. When you get Brahmajnana, the Maya is destroyed for you. Because Maya is nothing but avidya. Therefore, Akshara, how can the word Akshara be applicable to Maya? Then Bhashyakara says, Samsara Bija Anantyat. The Samsara Bija, the cause of Samsara, it is Ananta. It has no end. No end means not like Brahman, not absolutely Ananta. But without Brahmajnana, it does not have an end. Vina Brahmajnanam Anashat is the meaning of Anantya. Anantyat means Vina Brahmajnanam Anashat. Without Brahmajnana, it does not have a destruction. The samsara bija, the Maya, does not have an end without Brahmajnana. Therefore, it is called Akshara. Yeah. Next shloka. Uttamah purushastvanyah paramatmetyudahritah यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः. While introducing the previous shloka, Bhashyakara said Bhagavan is dividing everything into three categories. Already we have seen two categories. The two categories are Karya and Karana, Ksharaha and Aksharaha. Ksharaha is Karya, effect, and Akshara is the cause. Now Bhagavan is introducing the third, which is called Uttama Purusha. Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, and Uttama Purusha. Uttamah Purushastu Anyaha. Anyaha means different from the other two, different from both Karya and Karana, distinct from both Karya and Karana. Karya Karana Vilakshana. He is neither cause nor effect. Therefore, Anyaha is Uttamaha Purusha. He is Uttama Purusha. Uttama means he transcends both Karya and Karana. Being distinct from Karya and Karana, he transcends both Karya and Karana. He is not affected by both Karya and Karana. Therefore, he is Uttamaha Purushaha. Paramatma iti Udahrataha. He is called Paramatma. Paramatma iti Udahrataha. He is known as Paramatma. Yo lokatrayam avishya vibharti avyayah Ishwaraha. Yaha avyayah Ishwaraha. The Paramatma is Avyayaha, free from change, free from modifications. Ishwaraha, he is Ishwara, being the support of even the Avyakrita, even the Maya. He is the Ishwara. Lokatrayam avishya vibharti. He pervades all the three worlds. Lokatrayam avishya. He has pervaded the three worlds. Having pervaded the three worlds, Bibharti, he supports the three worlds. Means he is the support of the entire Jagat, Jagad Adhishthana. Abhyam Ksharaksharaabhyam Vilakshanaha Ksharaksharopadhi Ksharaksharopadhi Dvaya Doshena Asprishtaha Nityashuddha Buddha Muktasvabhavaha Uttamaha Utkrishtatamaha Purushastu Anyaha Atyanta Vilakshanaha Abhyam परमात्मा इति परमश्च असौ देहादि अविद्याकृत आत्मभ्यः आत्मा च सर्वभूतानां प्रत्यक्चेतनः इत्यतः परमात्मा इति उदाहृतः उक्तः वेदान्तेषु स एव विशेष्यते यो लोकत्रयं भूर्भुवः स्वराख्यं स्वकीयया चैतन्यबलशक्त्या आविश्य प्रविश्य बिभर्ति स्वरूप सद्भावमात्रेण बिभर्ति धारयति अव्ययः न अस्य व्ययो विद्यते इति अव्ययः ईश्वरः सर्वज्ञः नारायणाख्यः ईशनशीलः आभ्यां क्षराक्षराभ्यां विलक्षणः the one who is vilakshanaha distinct in nature with respect to both kshara and akshara, the one who is distinct from both of these. क्षराक्षरोपाधिद्वय दोषेण अस्पृष्टः. Kshara and akshara are his upadhi. He takes both kshara and akshara as his upadhi. Upadhidvaya doshena asprishta. He is unaffected by the dosha, the impurities, the limitations of the upadhis. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha. His nature is Nitya, eternal, Shuddha, pure, Buddha, consciousness, and Mukta, free from samsara. Nityah cha, Shuddhah cha, Buddhah cha, Muktah cha. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Muktah. Sorry, Muktah. Nitya, sorry. Okay. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Muktah. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Muktah. Sorry, you can make it a Karmadharaya Samasa, not Dvandva. Karmadharaya. Nityaha cha, Shuddhaha cha, Buddhaha cha, Muktaha cha, Swabhavaha, Yasya, Saha. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha. Karmadharaya Samasa. sorry, bahuvrihi samasa, bahupada bahuvrihi samasa. One whose nature is nitya, shuddha, buddha, and mukta. Nityah cha, shuddhah cha, buddhah cha, muktah cha, swabhavaha, yasya saha, bahuvrihi. One whose nature is this. Uttamaha means utkrishtamaha. He transcends. Utkrishtamaha means the transcendent one, the greatest one, the supreme one. Purushaha tu anyaha. Anyaha is equal to atyanta vilakshanaha. Absolutely different in nature. Abhyam atyanta vilakshana. Absolutely different in nature from these two, Dakshara and Akshara. Paramatma iti. He is called Paramatma. Paramatma iti udahrita. He is known as Paramatma. Bhashyakara explains the word Paramatma. Paramascha asau. Dehadi avidyakratatmabhyaha. आत्मा च सर्वभूतानां प्रत्यक्चेतनः इत्यतः परमात्मा इति उदाहृतः उक्तो वेदान्तेषु. सो परमः च असौ आत्मा च परमात्मा कर्मधारया. The one who is parama as well as atma is called paramatma. Asau paramah. He is parama. Parama means superior, greater. With respect to what? Dehadi avidyakrita atmabhyaha. With respect to the atmas caused by dehadi avidya, avidyakrita atmabhyaha. So the atma, which is an effect of avidya, atmas which are the effects of avidya, meaning body, etc. Dehadi. Avidyaya kritaha. Avidyakritaha. Avidyakritaha chate atmanah. Avidyakritatmanah. Dehadayaha chate avidyakritatmanah. Dehadyavidyakritatmanah. Tebhyaha dehadyavidyakritatmabhyaha. So, the Atma, which is an effect of avidya. See, the true Atma is never an effect of avidya. But then there is body, etc. Dehadi, the Panchakoshas. The Panchakoshas are identified as Atma on account of avidya. ignorance. Therefore, the body, etc., are called avidyakritaatmanaha, that are made into Atma on account of avidya. Compare to them the original Atma. He is Parama. He transcends them. Therefore, he is called Paramatma. In fact, the adjective Parama is not needed. Just Atma would have been enough. Why? Because there is only one Atma. Therefore, from the standpoint of a Jnani, only one word is enough, Atma. But Bhagavad Gita uses the word Paramatma. Why the word Paramatma is needed? Why Parama adjective is needed? It is needed in order to distinguish the true Atma from the Atmas that are mistakenly identified as Atma on account of avidya. Unlike the avidyakrita atmanaha, unlike the ones that are made Atma by ignorance, this is the true Atma. It is indicated by the word Parama Atma. Dehadi avidyakrita atmabhyaha paramaha. He is superior to the other so-called atmas, body, etc., which are mistaken to be atma on account of avidya. Atma cha sarvabhutanam pratyakchetanaha. And why it is called atma? Sarvabhutanam pratyakchetanaha. He is the pratyakchetanaha, the innermost consciousness, the chetana. He is the consciousness who is pratyak, innermost. Of everyone, sarvabhutana. Therefore, he is Atma. So, pratyak chetanaha means it is the consciousness which can never become object. Since it can never become object, it is called pratyak, the innermost. Everything that can become object is outside, external. Therefore, it is called pratyak. Ityataha Paramatma iti udahrataha. Therefore, it is called Paramatma. Udahrataha. It is called Paramatma. Where it is called Paramatma? Vedanteshu. In the Vedantas. In the Upanishads. It is called Paramatma. Udahrataha is equal to Uktaha. It is called Paramatma in the Vedanta text. Sa eva visheshyate. Saha eva visheshyate. This Paramatma alone is described. Visheshyate means he is described in the second half of the shloka also. Yo lokatrayam. Lokatrayam is equal to Bhurbhuvaha Swarakhyam. The three lokas. which are known as bhuhu, bhuvaha and swaha. Bhuhu cha, bhuvaha cha, swaha cha, bhurbhuvaswaraha, bhurbhuvaswaraha, आख्याः यस्य तत् भूर्भुवस्वराख्यम्, whose names are bhuhu, bhuvaha and swaha. That kind of three lokas, lokatraya, meaning the whole universe, swakiyaya chaitanya bala shaktya avishya, the Paramatma pervades the whole universe. How does he pervade? Swakiyaya chaitanya bala shaktya, with his chaitanya. Chaitanya itself is called bala or shakti. Chaitanyam eva balam, chaitanya balam. Chaitanya balam eva shaktihi, chaitanya bala shakti. Double karmadharaya samasa. Karmadharaya samasa. So with his chaitanya bala shakti, means with the, in the form of his chaitanya. Avishya is equal to pravishya. He has entered all the three worlds, means he pervades all the three worlds. Bibharti, he supports everything. How does he support everything? Does he do any action to support the three worlds? He does not do any action. By mere presence, he supports everything. Sannidhi matrena, it is told, Swarupa Sadbhava Matrena, by mere presence of his Swarupa. Swarupasya Sadbhavaha, Swarupa Sadbhavaha. Swarupa Sadbhava Matrena, by mere presence of his Swarupa. Bibharti is equal to Dharayati. He supports the whole universe. He supports all the three lokas. Avyayaha, na asya vyayo vidyate iti avyayaha. He is avyaya because he does not have vyaya. Vyaya means change. Vyayaha na vidyate. He does not have change. Therefore, he is called avyayaha. Ishvaraha, he is Ishvara. Sarvajnaha, so Ishvaraha is equal to Ishanashilaha. Ishvara is derived from the root Ish plus Varach Pratyaya. Tachilya. Varach is in the sense of Tachilya, one who has the nature of ruling is called Ishvara. He has the nature of ruling means he is constantly ruling the universe. Therefore, he is called Ishvara. Ishvaraha is equal to Ishanashilaha. In order to become Ishvara, he should be Sarvajnaha. He should have all knowledge. Therefore, Sarvajnaha. Being Sarvajna, he is Ishvara. Narayanakhyaha. He is called Narayana. Narayanakhyaha Ishvaraha. He is the Uttama Purusha. Yasmat Ksharamati Aksharaadapi Chottamaha Atosmi Loke Vede Cha Prathitah Purushottamaha. The Paramatma is called Purushottamaha, Uttamaha Purushaha, or Purushottama. Why he is called Purushottama? The word Purushottama is popular in the Shastras, in the Veda, in the Puranas, etc. The word Purushottama is often used. Why he is called Purushottama? Bhagavan explains in this shloka. Yasmat, since aham ksharam atitaha, Bhagavan transcends ksharaha, the karya, all the effects he transcends. Aksharadapi cha uttamaha, and he transcends even the akshara, even the karana, avyakrita, maya, he transcends. Ataha, therefore, loke vedecha, both in the loka and Veda, both in the world as well as in the Veda. Purushottamaha prathitaha asmi. I am well known as Purushottama. Yeah. Yatha vyakyatasya Ishvarasya Purushottamaha Ityetat Nama Prasiddham Tasya Nama Nirvachana Prasidhya Arthavatvam Namnaha Darshayan Niratishayaha Aham Ishvaraha Iti Atmanam Darshayati Bhagavan Yasmat Ksharamati Toham Samsara Maya Vraksham अश्वत्थाख्यम् अतिक्रान्तः अहम् अक्षरादपि संसारवृक्षबीजभूतात् अपि च उत्तमः उत्कृष्टतमः ऊर्ध्वतमो वा अतः क्षराक्षराभ्याम् उत्तमत्वात् अस्मि भवामि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः प्रख्यातः पुरुषोत्तमः इत्येवं मां भक्तजनाः विदुः कवयः काव्यादिषु च इदन्नाम निबध्नन्ति पुरुषोत्तमः इत्यनेन अभिधानेन अभिगृह्णन्ति यथा व्याख्यातस्य ईश्वरस्य. The Ishvara who was described earlier, Purushottamah ityetat nama prasiddham. He has a well-known name. It is Purushottamah. Purushottamah ityetat nama. This name, Prasiddham, it is well known. Tasya nama nirvachana prasidhya. So now Bhagavan is explaining the name, the meaning of the name, and by explaining the meaning, Bhagavan shows that this particular name of Bhagavan, this particular name of Paramatma is very meaningful. It is not a random name. It is a very meaningful name. Tasya nama nirvachana prasidhya. By presenting the nirvachana, the derivation, the derivative meaning of the name, namnaha arthavatvam darshayan. Bhagavan shows the meaningfulness of the name. And by showing the meaningfulness of the name, Bhagavan is also conveying that the nature of Paramatma is supreme, transcendent. Niratishaya aham Ishvaraha iti. Aham Ishvaraha. I the Ishvara is Niratishaya, is unsurpassable, supreme. Iti Atmanam darshayati. Bhagavan presents himself in this manner. So the main purport of this shloka is to show Paramatmanaha Niratishayat. Paramatma is Niratishaya, supreme, unsurpassable, and it is shown by explaining a particular name, Purushottama iti nama. So by explaining the name, Bhagavan is pointing, Bhagavan is conveying the point that Paramatma is Niratishaya. निरतिशय अहम् ईश्वरः इति आत्मानं दर्शयति भगवान्. भगवान् आत्मानम् अहं निरतिशयः ईश्वर इति दर्शयति. So yasmat, so this is so far is the sambandha. Now Bhashyakara explains the shloka. Yasmat, since ksharam atitaha aham ksharam atitaha, I transcend the kshara. What is kshara? Samsara maya vriksham ashwatthakhyam. In this chapter, in the beginning of this chapter, the same kshara is explained as samsara maya vriksha. The maya vriksha, the entire tree of samsara, which is the effect of maya. Ashwatthakhyam, it was called Ashwatha. The same thing is presented as Kshara, Kshara Purusha in Shloka 60. The Samsara Maya Vriksha, which was stated in the beginning of the chapter, itself is presented as Kshara Purusha in Shloka 60. So, Atikrantaha aham, Atitaha is equal to Atikrantaha. Aham Atikrantaha, I transcend it. Bhagavan transcends the Kshara. Akshara and he is superior to the Akshara also. Akshara is equal to Samsara Vriksha Bijabhutat Akshara. The Akshara, which is the Bija, the cause of the Samsara Vriksha. Samsara Vriksha Bijabhutadapi Uttamaha. Bhashyakara gives two meanings to Uttamaha. One is Utkrishtamaha. Bhagavan is superior. Superior to even Akshara. Superior to Akshara means he is the support of even the Akshara. Paramatma is the support of even the Akshara. Even Akshara gains its existence on account of Paramatma. Therefore, Utkrishtamaha, Paramatma is greater than even Avyakta. Urdhvatamo va, or Paramatma is Urdhvatama. It is another interpretation of Uttama. Urdhvatama. He is above Urdhva. Above means he transcends. He transcends even the Akshara. He is unaffected by even the Akshara. Ataha, therefore. So, Utkrishtamaha means Adhishthanattvat Utkrishtamaha. Since he is the Adhishthana, he is Utkrishtamaha, supreme. And Asangatvat Urdhvatamaha. Since he is Asanga, unaffected, he is Urdhvatama. It is the significance of these two interpretations. and both are conveyed by the word uttama. Ataha, therefore, means ksharaksharaabhyam uttamatvat. Since Paramatma is uttama, greater than kshara as well as akshara. Asmi, bhavami, I am, loke vede cha prathitaha. Prathitaha is equal to prakhyataha, well known in both loka and Veda. Purushottamah ityevam. So Purushottamah iti prakhyatah. He is known as Purushottama. Purushottamah ityevam. Mam bhaktajanaha viduhu. Bhashyakara explains how he is well known in both Loka and Veda as Purushottama. Purushottama ityevam mam bhaktajanaha viduhu. The bhaktas, the devotees, they know me as Purushottama. They call me by the word Purushottama. Also, Kavayaha, even the Kavis, the poets, Kavyadeshu cha, even in the Kavyas, Idam Nama Nibadhanti, they use this name to refer to Paramatma in the Kavyas, in the poetry works, in the literature works. Purushottama ityanena abhidhanena abhigrananti. So the bhaktas as well as kavis. Purushottama ityanena abhidhanena. By this name, abhigrananti, they call Paramatma. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.